Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Thomas. Thank you all so much for being here. In today's video, the guys at JCONLY have sent me over a big box full of needles to try out. We're going to go through the box. I'm going to explain to you what they do, what they're like as a company, what the needles are like, if they're any good, all the different features, the price points. We'll go through absolutely everything, and I'll drop a load of links so you guys can go and check them out. Big thanks to JCONLY for sending all this over. With all that being said, let's jump straight into seeing what they've sent over and go through their needles. So first things first, let's see what they've sent me. I have already opened this because I've been using these needles for the last few weeks, just so I can give you guys my honest opinion on how good they are. So inside here, they've sent me over a load of needles. These are all the configurations I use on a day-to-day basis. So if you've ever watched my time-lapse videos, you'll know that I generally use 3 to 4 different types of needle configurations, a load of stickers, some business cards, don't know, a nice little banner for conventions, a nice branded t-shirt, is this, and a tablecloth for conventions as well. So if any of you guys have been to tattoo conventions, know that you have everything all set up. So a lot of this is all branding for tattoo conventions, and that is everything in the box. So what they've sent me over, Type 5 round liner, I've got a Type 3 round liner, which are my two sort of go-to liners for doing black and grey realism. That's what I like to use. And then some mags. So I've got a 7 curve mag, which, as you know, that's the smallest mag that I tend to use. Gets into the nice details. We've got a 11 curve mag, which just bumps up that a little bit more. So if you're doing something slightly bigger, helps against those. And then a 15 curve mag, which I tend to do a lot of background, big areas of shading with. So these generally are my go-to needle setups. There's nothing new or exciting about this. This is just what I like to use. And this is what they've sent me over. But I'll put a list on the screen of all the needle groups and they do. With these needles, are they doing anything different? Are they doing anything exciting and sort of innovative compared to other brands? The answer is yes, the answer is sort of no. A lot of needle companies are trying to do new and interesting things. Some things work, some things don't. Which all have a very specific job. Standard groupings, that's all we need to really know about. On top of that, it's just what they're doing to make your life easier as a tattoo artist. So features that you get with these needles, the standard sort of stuff is the medical grade steel that you get in them. That's a go-to with tattooing needles. It has been for ages. So as a feature, it's nothing too exciting, but it's nice to know that you are getting a quality metal in there. So throughout the day, it's not going to blunt and dull, make your client sort of feel a bit more, and make more irritation, make the tattoo process a little bit more difficult as you get further on into the day. So one of the features that they state is a new feature is the little open cleany hole thing at the top. So as you're tattooing, as you know, if you need to rinse out your needle, you can put green soap through the top and it'll just flush out that. They've changed the design on this, which has this little tiny ridge. So as I've found while using these cartridges through the last couple of weeks, as you squirt your green soap into here to try and flush it out, hits this little ledge and it does give you that little bit of extra movement through there, which does really help to flush these out. The great feature with these, it does have a large ink storage capacity thing. Basically, if you've ever used steel grips and you've had tips, some of the best tips to use are the ones that can hold a lot of ink. So this allows a lot of ink to be stored in the tip, so you can tattoo for longer without having to dip as much, so you can get a better flow of ink going into the skin. Using these, it doesn't tend to flood the skin. It tends to give you a nice even sort of distribution of ink as you're tattooing. So whatever they've done there really does work. The shape of the tip itself is really comfortable. It's got this nice little taper to it. So as you've got that in a machine, So as you've got that in a machine, it rests really nice on your finger. Means throughout the day you're not going to get sort of tired, it's not going to ache, it's not going to feel sort of sore resting on your finger. Makes it a very comfortable experience. They've also got these little tiny sort of molded grips on here. So some of the cartridges you may have seen that have got these big rubber grips on, which I do genuinely really like. It does help to make everything feel a little bit more comfortable, makes everything sort of, especially when you've got Vaseline on your hands and your fingers, it means you're not going to slide around. These really help with that. They help really keep that strong grip on the cartridge. Not that you tend to have your machine flying across the room as you're tattooing, but it definitely makes a big difference. Inside the needle itself, there is a stabilizing bit, which helps stop the needle from rattling around. So if you've ever had cartridges where you've felt the little plunger, you can feel a lot of movement. This feels really tight and secure, which means at the tip, those needles aren't going to be vibrating and moving around, which means it's going to reduce spray, means you're not going to get a lot of fluctuation and ink splatter and stuff everywhere, which can be really annoying if you're doing very intricate pieces. It means you're going to have to wipe more. And it's just going to be a nightmare. With these, they are very stable. It's going to help reduce that a lot through the process. Again, I'll put a link in the description to their website where you can check out all the features in depth. They have illustrations and diagrams to explain all the different features that come with these cartridges. For me, as I've noticed throughout the last couple of weeks using these cartridges, they are very consistent. They hit the skin really nice. Like I say, the flow of ink is amazing into the skin. And they don't tend to fatigue throughout the day. So I've had no issues with them getting loose, not hitting the skin properly after sort of a 4 or 5 hour tattoo session. So the all important question, how much do they cost? These aren't the most expensive needles, and they're definitely not the cheapest. In a good way, they sit somewhere in the middle. So the needles vary, as you will know, from brand to brand, and they also vary from size. So a cartridge that's got, say, 3 needles compared to like a big 30 mag, there's gonna be a bit of a fluctuation. These vary from $26 up to $34. And in UK pounds, that's £20 to £27, depending on what box you buy, what needle groupings and stuff like that. So where that sort of puts them in the market, puts them somewhere in the middle. But like I say, for the quality you get with them, that's an amazing price. It's definitely worth the money. So where can you get your hands on these cartridges? The best place to go is their website, obviously. On there, you'll find all the needles, and you can order direct from there. I'll also put some places where you can get hold of them. But if you check the website, you'll be able to find the links to all these places. Are they any good? Yes, I definitely recommend using these. You won't be disappointed. Sometimes with cartridges of these nature, you tend to have that stigma that they're not going to be great, that the quality is going to be a little bit cheaper than other more well-known brands. For me, I definitely use these. They're just as good as any brand on the market. In fact, some of the features make them a lot better and a lot more consistent than a lot of brands that are currently out there. Go and try them, get some sample boxes, see how you get on. I'll drop all the links to everything that I've mentioned in the description, so go down there and go and try them. So there you go, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been JCONLY. Again, thanks to them for sending over these cartridges. I've really enjoyed using them, and I'll definitely be using them more in the future. All in all, great cartridge. Go and check them out. Like I say, all the links are going to be in the description. If you enjoyed this video here will be recommended by YouTube, and this video will be one of my last reviews. Go and check those out. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.